Dovardan, Divine Pisces 222. It is Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. I'm going to do an energy check-in for the 2020 today. See what we got going on. And thank you guys so much. There was apparently people aren't getting notifications of my new stuff being uploaded, all that fun stuff. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but yesterday's video got twice as many views as a couple ones before that, and so it seems to be picking back up. So that's good. Hopefully, whatever was with the algorithms is ceased. I was just like, I don't know what's going on. Not doing anything different other than, you know, changing my thumbnail, which, you know, I needed to change anyway, honestly. But I appreciate you guys so much. All right, so yeah, I still feel a lot of you are dealing with some unresolved issues here that seem to be coming up with whatever cycle is repeating for you right now. I feel a lot of you are repeating some cycles from your past, possibly even past life related, I feel. Okay. And so I feel like this is bringing up a lot of stuff that needs to be purged, needs to be dealt with. And some of you, I feel, are trying to kind of avoid dealing with them. So you've kind of withdrawn within, you know, into yourself, that sort of thing, you know. But whatever it is that's triggering you right now, whatever cycle it is that's coming up right now that's triggering this, you need to release it, guys. You need to purge it, okay? You need to deal with it. Some of you, it's like, well, I thought I dealt with this. Apparently you didn't, you know. So just keep in mind, repeating cycles that happen like this, when they keep repeating, it's really because there's something that needs to be dealt with that you haven't dealt with yet, okay? And you can't sit there and lie to yourself about it that you dealt with it, okay? You can't sit there and hide out from it. You've got to face it. You've got to purge it. You've got to release it, okay? And that's what Source is trying to show you here, okay? You've got to bring yourself into balance. And a lot of you are really, really triggered here because of whatever is happening, and it is triggering a massive heart chakra opening, okay? Some of you are dealing with a heart chakra opening, all right? Some of you are using this, whatever this is that's coming up for you, is that you're actually using it as a catalyst to change, which is good. That's exactly what we should do, you know, changing yourself from within. There's something that needs to be changed within, right? But it is, I do feel, bringing up a lot of emotional, a lot of stuff from the past, okay? A lot of emotion, all right? And that's, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's coming up because it needs to be dealt with, okay? So take it as a lesson. Don't take it as the universe being against you or anything like that, because that's not the case. If anything, universe is trying to show you, hey, you haven't dealt with this yet, okay? Taking a look at Divine Masculine, yeah. So the main issue, obviously, with Divine Masculine, with all of you, really, with everybody, I feel like this is like the main thing is codependency here. But yeah, this codependent cycle that's coming up here. But yeah, Divine Masculine, very, very triggered to end this, okay? Very, very triggered to end the illusions that he has surrounded himself with, or have been around him for pretty much his entire life, multiple lifetimes. Okay, but he's very, very motivated, okay, to release this, okay, and to change himself and to release the illusions that he's been under for a really long time. And Divine Masculine has been suppressing. Divine Masculine has been pretty much living a lie, and he's recognizing this, right? This is the illusion that's being shattered here, is that he feels, you know, that for the longest time he's felt that he's had to live up to others' expectations in order to make himself happy, okay? That's the codependency there. That's the codependent cycle, is expectations that are placed on him. Now, there could be expectations that he's placed on certain situations, you know, that maybe haven't panned out, you know, and there's a lot of guilt and regret and resentment surrounding that, okay? And so with this you know, new motivation, this trigger to release some of these illusions here, it's helping to bring an end to the confusion, okay, into the confusion energy, which confusion energy really sucks, you know, because you start getting in your head and you start overthinking, right? And you're going, well, is this the right decision? Is this the right decision? What's the right decision? You know? And when you're operating under illusion, it's hard to to make that determination as to what is true and what is the right thing, okay, and who it is the right thing by, right? And the main thing here, of course, is to make the right decision based on your own fulfillment, based on your own highest good here. And that's where Divine Masculine is kind of coming into awareness, okay? And I do feel a lot of them are still holding back emotionally. Some of them still haven't quite dealt with their emotions yet. But again, this triggering of the heart chakra is bringing up a lot of emotion that Divine Masculine needs to deal with, okay? And Divine Masculine doesn't deal with emotion very well, right? But there's a lot of heartache here. There's a lot of guilt here. There's a lot of rejection here. Betrayal, that sort of thing that's coming up right now for Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine just still hasn't quite dealt with it yet, but he's being forced to at this time. Okay, now whether they will or not, you know, obviously they have free will. You know, some of them may continue to suppress, keeping themselves, you know, hidden away, literally hidden away. From the world, from whatever it is that they're trying to suppress, okay? And some of them will deal with it. It just depends, and, you know, it's going to take time, obviously. Okay? So let's take a look at Divine Feminine here. Yeah, Divine Feminine, yeah, Divine Feminine definitely releasing codependency here. A lot of you are. A lot of you are releasing codependency on what other people think of you, and doing what you feel is the right thing to do, and releasing the guilt associated with that, okay? And that's really good. All right, that's really good. And, you know, some of you will be getting communication. Some of you have gotten communication. Some of you are continuously getting communication in the 5D. Some of you are getting communication from source, guidance on what to do. Okay, so just go with it. Go with your gut, right? Make sure that you are keeping yourself in balance, and that you are, you know, consulting source, consulting your spirit team, all right? And trying to keep ego out of it. That's the main thing. That's the hardest thing, I think. But there's a lot of toxicity that's coming up right now with Divine Feminine that is needing to be released, okay? And a lot of you haven't been trusting your intuition in these particular situations, but it's time to do that, and a lot of you know that already, okay? A lot of you have thought that you were an intuition, but in reality you were an ego, and maybe that was the illusion that you were in, okay, that you're releasing right now. But either way, you know, not wanting to basically play games with the journey anymore and be like, you know what, I've got to get through this. You know, I've dwelled in this place for too long. It's time to move on, right? And that's exactly what's going on with Divine Masculine. So, you know, we are mirroring right now, big time. Okay? Situation may be different, but the energy is the same. All right? So let's take a look at the connecting energies here. See what's going on. All right. Yeah. Okay. There's a sense of definitely feeling left out in the cold by your counterpart. And this is in the connection. This is like connecting energies. Like both counterparts feeling a little bit abandoned right now. And it could be by each other. It could be by a situation externally. It could be by source, you know, by the universe, like I said, kind of victim consciousness coming in here. So there's a little bit of victim consciousness in the connection itself, and that's being cleared. Okay, so past life stuff, you know, current life stuff, karma, whatever it is that's coming up right now and externally is needing to be cleared within the connection. It's mainly focusing around abandonment, rejection, that sort of thing, okay? But yeah, I mean, it's very emotionally charged here. I do feel that. Okay, and there's something that is needing to be walked away from in order to find that balance, in order to come into inner alignment and to find that fulfillment. Okay, yeah, a lot of karma being released in the connections, guys. And I mean, definitely triggered to move right now. Some of you haven't been dealing with your inner child stuff, so whatever's coming up now may be actually triggering that inner child stuff. Some of you have been trying to avoid it because it's very, very painful. Yes, it is. Okay. But some of you have been holding this back because you don't want to deal with it, right? You're just sitting there continuing to live in the illusion, and that's what's trying to be broken right now, okay? So a little bit of denial coming in here within the connection. I feel there's a lot of illusions within the connection that are being shattered at this time as well. Like maybe the person you thought was your person is not your person and you're finding that out now, or maybe finding out that maybe a 3D union was never actually in the plans for you and your counterpart, you know, stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, you still want to clear things within the connection because it's going to help you just in general, okay? I mean, especially if this is your final incarnation, the whole point is to deal with that stuff now so that you can basically not have to come back and do it again. Right? For however many times you have basically come back. Okay? Alright, so messages from the counterparts. Yeah, right. First thing out. Boom. There you go. Inner child stuff coming up, really. Alright. Mm-hmm. 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 Some of you, this communication that I'm talking about, especially in the 5D, is because your counterpart is reaching out for help, okay? Because they're dealing with a lot. All right. So yeah, it's like they come to you for comfort. Okay. All right. It's like your energy brings them comfort, so they reach out and hoping to draw that energy back in to kind of help keep them centered. Okay. So be careful with that because that can be a codependency as well. All right. But yeah, I mean, messages and advice here. Yes, you are good enough. Don't think that you're not. Okay? Don't let anybody ever make you feel worthless. Okay? Even your counterpart, don't ever let them make you feel that way. Okay? Have confidence in yourself, have confidence in your decisions, have confidence that, you know, the universe is going to guide you in the direction that you need to go. Okay? And to try to leave ego out of it. All right? But yeah, I mean, the answers you're seeking are coming, guys. I mean, those of you who have been sitting in confusion energy for a long time, I know how frustrating that is, okay? But clarity is definitely coming. And where you are right now, I mean, unless you make a change, nothing's going to happen. Remember, nothing begets nothing, okay? But things are coming to resolution. So just have faith that that is the case, okay? Ask Source for help on how to move forward in whatever situation you're in at this time, whether it's with your connection, with your twin, with an external situation, whatever it may be. Source is there to help you, okay? Not to hinder you. So don't be afraid to ask for help. And don't be too proud to ask for help. Okay, that's ego coming in, all right? Don't ever feel like Source is going to reproach you or punish you for asking for help. That's the whole point, you know? Source knows that sometimes, you know, things get muddy, and that you need to ask for help. It's totally fine to do that. Just make sure you're opening yourself up to any answers or any information that comes your way, okay? So you're not missing out. All right, guys, I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.